Hi everyone, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video I thought I'd go ahead and show some tips and tricks on the Kindle Paperwhite. Back in October I posted this 45 tips and tricks for the Kindle Paperwhite. I kind of forgot about it. I usually do a video with them, so I thought I'd go ahead and do that now. Primarily I want to show the custom fonts. So a while back I posted about this used alt fonts trick that I found over at Mobile Read that you can use to install custom fonts on the Paperwhite. So let's go ahead and show you that first. That's probably the coolest trick of all. So like I said, you just add that blank folder there. You can find the directions over on the ebookreader.com, and then you can add your own custom fonts in there. So there's already all these built-in fonts from the the Asian versions of the Kindle. I think it's just the ones that are in the device. They're sort of hidden. So usually you have your ones up here, those 6, but we've got these all these extra hidden ones, and then I also added Fontaine Sans right there. So you can go ahead and do that really easily. You don't have to have your Kindle hacked or anything like that. You can go ahead and customize the fonts exactly how you want. Let me go ahead and use a bigger font so you can kind of see. So some of these preloaded fonts are pretty cool actually. None of them are great, but I think some of them are actually quite good. So this one's actually pretty good. It's nice and dark and crisp lines. So it adds a whole new level of customization to your Kindle, just being able to put in whatever fonts you want. So like I said, you can put in your own fonts into a font folder. You just put in any TTF and OTF fonts, and you got to have them labeled specifically, so you're going to want to check out that tutorial. And then you can go ahead and just go in here and put in any fonts you want, because they'll load up this. The first time you hit this button, it's going to take quite a while to load, because it has to rebuild this menu. But once you get that done, then you can go ahead and choose from all these different kinds of fonts. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of these other tips that I was talking about. Okay, so when it comes to the home screen, the Amazon has it set up so that it shows these recommended titles by default. You can go ahead and get rid of those if you want. We just go into settings, device options, and then it is personalize your Kindle. You can go ahead and turn recommended content off right there if you don't want to have that available on the home screen. So then we can get more titles visible on your home screen, of course. So you got 4 titles listed instead of the 2, so it's just a little bit nicer look that way. And if you have screensaver ads, as you can see, I got a screensaver or a banner ad down here. If you want to, though, you never have to see a screensaver ad simply by holding down the power button a couple extra seconds than you normally would. So if you just hold it down for like 5 seconds, 7 seconds here, it will actually go to a blank screen, and you don't ever have to see the screensaver ads if you want. And the neat thing about this is once you turn the device back on, it will go exactly where you left off. So if you were in a book, it'll actually take you right back to the book. It doesn't have to reboot or anything. So that's one easy way to completely avoid seeing these screensaver ads. I mean, still you have to see the one on the home screen here, but other than that, that's it. Okay, another tip that I would recommend is going into settings and reading options, and then you can go ahead and turn off page refresh. You can turn it on and off. I like to have it on personally, because ink, sometimes when you're turning pages, you'll be able to see like a faint display the text after you've turned the pages from the previous page, or you'll see like an image. It happens more with images, but if you refresh it every page, you don't have that happen nearly as often. You almost never notice it. So like that's one way to have the text more crisp, in my opinion. If you have it refreshing every 6th page with the setting off, then it sort of like the text gets a little bit rougher around the edges by the time it refreshes the whole screen. So I just sort of like it with the full page refresh. Sure, you get the black flash right there, but it's actually crisper text and it's clearer. But yeah, if you don't like that, then you can just go ahead and go back into settings, and you can just have it set so that it refreshes the entire page every 6th page instead of every page. But like I said, it tends to show ghosting more than it does the other way. But it's definitely a lot better than the Kindle Touch was. When I had the Kindle Touch, it had ghosting all the time. I even wrote a post about it on my blog that my Kindle Touch had a ghost because it was always showing text in the background after you turn a page and images. But definitely doesn't have nearly that problem with the Kindle Paperwhite. So the setting isn't as bad as on that one. So some other things you can do that are mentioned in that tips and tricks guide. So there's some sort of links that you can really only use off your computer, because it takes you to like Amazon.com, and you can go ahead and change the name of your Kindle that appears up there. So I changed the name of my Kindle to, it was like Nathan's 5th Kindle or something stupid like that. So I changed it to Kindle Paperwhite, so I know exactly what device it is over on Amazon when I'm sending documents to it and stuff like that. So you can go ahead and change that over at Amazon. You can do other things in Amazon as well as in regards to your account. So if you wanted to unsubscribe from the screensaver ads, you can go over to your Amazon account on your managed device pages, on your managed device page, and go ahead and unsubscribe from that by paying them $20 $20 plus tax. So that's one way to get rid of those ads if you're getting tired of those. Don't forget the Kindle also has a lot of games for it, like blackjack everywhere. There's all these different apps. Some people may not know that there's actually games for the Kindle. There's all these different apps. There's also note apps. They're not just games. There's all kinds of Kindle applications available for the Kindle. Another thing here, the Kindle doesn't have the Wi-Fi on and off switch anymore. They call it airplane mode. So if you want Wi-Fi off, you just have to turn airplane mode on here in the settings menu. So some other features that are hidden down here in settings, there's kind of a lot of menus here. You got parental controls. You can go in and set parental controls. So if you don't want the web browser to work, you can shut off the web browser, you can shut off the Kindle store, you can shut off access to the cloud. So you have complete control over what the device can access. We've also got setting in here for password protection. So if you want to have your device require a password upon turning it on, you can put a 4-digit password. So every time you turn the device on, you have to enter that password. So one cool feature about the Kindles is they always give you the option to do screenshots. So anytime you want to do a screenshot, just tap the upper and lower corners at the same time. As you can see, the screen flash, it works for either corner. So you can do that corner, and you get the screenshot. So in order to get to the screenshots, you have to plug the Kindle into your computer with the USB cable. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you a couple more tips that you might not know about your Kindle. If you highlight a word here, you can actually go in and just pop up a little window for Wikipedia. If you want to just get a Wikipedia entry within the ebook, you actually don't have to use the web browser, which is pretty cool. There's this little window. You can actually just read the entry from the actual ebook now. Okay, so when you're reading some Kindle books, you might come across sections that are already highlighted in your book, and like this section, it says 180 highlighters. What that is that public highlights. You can see what other people have highlighted. So if you don't want to view that, you can actually go into settings, device or reading options, and then you can turn off popular highlights and public notes. So if you don't want to view what other people have put on the book, you can actually turn those off. But it's kind of cool seeing the other sections that people have highlighted, the entries that they found other people have found interesting. But as you can see, you can get rid of that if you want, if you don't care to see that. So here's something you might not know is if you actually highlight stuff in your Kindle ebooks and you save the highlight, it gets saved to your Amazon account, and you can actually go in if you're using your web browser on your computer, you can view all the highlights in a list on your Kindle highlights page, which is a cool feature actually. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this Kindle Paperwhite tips and tricks post. Check out the ebookreader.com. Like I said, I've got that post for the tips right here, and then there's that font trick right here. So you can just run the search in the search bar up there for Paperwhite fonts or Paperwhite tips, and that'll pull those right up. So thank you for watching,